Alrighty, so today is October 22nd. It's almost 8 o'clock. So we are going to be pulling the motor out of the Mustang today. But before we did that, for the sake of me trying to sell the motor and transmission, I'm going to do a cold start, just show that it's not leaking, that we don't have any issues or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So you can see it has about 218,000 miles. Cold start, first time it's going to be started in probably about a month. No, maybe a few weeks, 2 weeks. So turn it over. So it turned over just fine. So and if we hop underneath, just showing nothing's leaking. So turns over, starts up, runs, drives, everything's solid. But yeah, so that's the last time we're ever going to use this 4.0, so thought we'd document it, hopefully helps us sell it. Alrighty guys, so quick explanation of what's going on here is been taking off some of the wiring and intake and some of the little stuff. Made a check sheet of all the things I gotta do. So it's really basic stuff. The next thing is just flush all the fluids and disconnect all the exhaust system and remove the cooling system, AC and power steering, and we should honestly be ready to pull it. So it's 9 o'clock. I think I might postpone till tomorrow, just so that way daylight, so I'm not using my headlamp, and kind of just attempt to knock it all out in the morning. So we'll see. I'll do a few more stuff, but that's really just what's going on. Alrighty guys, so it is now Sunday afternoon, evening. I think it's like 4 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock, so rough. Anyways, so we got a good portion of it out. We got the wiring from the fuse box. I labeled everything on the PCM. Got some labels there. These are PCM connectors. These also PCM connectors. Taped the throttle body. Took the radiator out. Took the cats off. These were actually the hardest part. So took the cats out, got the exhaust off. What I've actually been doing is putting a lot of stuff in the trunk. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can turn the light on. All the shop rags. I've been putting a lot of parts in the trunk because There's not a whole lot of room on the side, and that side's pretty big. We actually crammed my brother's bike in there, and then we got the F100. So put like the air box, exhaust, everything. I snapped the cover over the radiator. It's fine though, we'll get a new one. Drive shafts out, more exhaust clamps. These are the main tools that we've just been using, just like a Husky tool set. We got all these random stuff that we found. Anyways, took the cats off. It was extremely hard to get these parts off, so we actually attempted to cut the cat off, but we stopped and we just took the whole headers off. So the headers down here we took off, and we unbolted, put them back on. They were a huge pain in the butt to get off, so if anybody else is doing this, definitely recommend just soaking the bolts at the bottom of the headers with like PB Blaster, and just let it soak for a few hours. Definitely helps loosen them up a bit. But yeah, so anyways, we got all these connectors off. The last thing we've got to do before we can pull is there's some of the wiring back here that I got to figure out which ones we need to like separate. So now the last things we got to do is just undo the transmission cable, and then figure out which wiring for the engine transmission, and then we can start pulling out, which is awesome. LOL if you got that. Wasn't intended. But anyways, also just like to appreciate the mechanic fit, beanie, beard, Dickies jacket, or button up. So I definitely look like a hobo right now, but it's cool. It's cool. It's a vibe. It's a look. Mechanic look 2021, 22. But anyways, so got a good ways to go, but we're almost there, and it's taking a lot longer than I hoped it was. Originally I was like, oh, I could probably get this out in the morning. That was a lie. What up, man?
Hey!
Got a shirt for the occasion?
Yeah, Shelby, right? Okay.
So,
Sure is a motor.
it is a motor, and it is coming out.
I think I came at the perfect time.
Correct.
It looks like all the hard stuff's done. Now we just have to weasel it out.
Correct.
Okay, so now it's just a game of pretty much pulling and then getting the tranny angle right?
Yeah.
Is that where you're at with it? Okay,
Yeah, so our current issue, so the transmission's unbolted and the jack's holding it in the rear.
I see that.
And then when we started lifting, that bolt was not coming out at all.
Okay.
So I shook the motor and that one popped out, but now this one's stuck. And we're trying to figure out what our best way to get it out was. Alrighty, so the motor is out, and we got the rack and pinion still leaking there, AC lines all going over there, PCM, fuse box, heater hoses, so it's all really dirty. So when I come back in a few weeks, I'm gonna try steam cleaning it, see if I get all this like dirt and debris off. I don't know how well it worked, but I'm curious. We also got a whole bunch of kitty litter on the floor, piece of some of the oil and stuff we spilt. And then here's the motor out. So this is the 4.0, and then we got the trans in the back and all the tools we use, which honestly you only need like a handful of ratchets, like a 12mm, 15, 13, 18, and then honestly those are the only wrench sizes we need. You need deep sockets too though, and shallows, and these like little ratcheting wrenches come in super handy. But anyways, that's that. So gonna try to post on Facebook Marketplace, try to see if we can sell it. but next time I'm back we'll be working on that.